Hey boys and girls, men and women. And cats! Yeah, it was inevitable that this day would come. It seems that I have a cat fan. And meow to you, my guy. I bet you would like the sleeper skin, huh? Have you guys all tried the Ego Traverse? It's quite fun, pondering over the fittings and being really happy with what you came up with. Buying and selling ships like crazy to test new ideas. And I'm pretty sure that you thought something like this. Oh man, this fit is evil. And it might be. But this arena is built in a way, so power ain't everything. Also tank ain't everything. And clever ideas don't always pays. Yeah, I'm telling you. The one who pays the most does not win these fights. But they do get far, maybe too far, but only that far. You see, no matter the DPS you can get, it's easy to build a tank strong enough for it. So this arena is actually flawed. And I will tell you why. And what netties need to change in order to make this work as intended, and exclude some of the ways that we win in this arena today, cause it's actually not that fair. Don't get me wrong, I really like it, but it does need some changes. But first, how do we win, and why do you lose? If you say, cause it's not really fair PvP, then gold star to you, sir, cause that is the truth. Unfortunately, many of the arena ends with one dying in the danger zone. And in the background you can see how this is done. This Maelstrom has a great tank, so breaking it is not possible. He also hangs close to the center, and my options here are of course to tank him and then tank the danger zone better than him, so I can win. But if I can get an edge to improve my chances, I will take it. You see that he will move away from me during this video. Maybe he does that to get better hits on me. But what I do when he's moving away is actually releasing my webs, so that he moves faster away from me. I do this for a reason, and I do take more damage now. But as soon as I see him turn back, I'm quick on him with my webs, almost stopping him further out. And if he is 1 kilometer further out than me when the danger zone comes, it means that he will take damage before I have to, and hopefully I win. Anyway, you will see how that turned out in the background, but let's get back to the video. This is the shrinking sphere. This is my name for it. This one is there to avoid kiters, to kite you forever. But there is a flaw that we utilize. The best way is not to kill the players yourself. You see, we built the ships fitted for a waiting game. Kinda like the Hunger Games, but without the silly plots and the cheesy dialogues, though we do get the slow ending. Yeah, it might now sound obvious, but it's more than that. Whatever we face, we tank. Unless maybe this guy. Anyway, eventually, the enemy have to get close or face extinction. Then the new game starts. The real game. The game of being closest to the center. Kinda like golf, but not really at all. We need to be in the center, because if the other guy gets hit by the danger zone first, we are more likely to win. But there's another trick. If you can bump the other guy away from the center, that's even better. With this knowledge, we got some options. And the second but? Tanky ships with speed is a good choice, preferably if it got spikes, and shoot lasers, and are very heavy. To be honest, you don't even need weapons. Yeah, it's true. I flew my rattlesnake and I paid 1 billion each fight just to learn this, guys, so leave a like if you are so kind. My nemesis was a nightmare. He was just as tanky as me, but with his afterburner bonus, I was always 1 to 2 kilometers further out than him. Other fights were fine. But Balgorns are also good if they keep the newts going. And this dude! What the hell? But it was a waiting game. And honestly, it became stale. It's also a gamble. Will I meet that guy and lose 1 billion? Or will I be lucky and meet someone else? You hopefully see the issue here. The meta right now is the tanky bumping nightmares. Or the tanky newting Balgorns. I know that there's a few more masters out there, but I can't afford to meet them all. I mean, this guy seems good, but there's a solution for this. There's always a way to make it real fair, because the danger zone should be the last resort, not a way to win. And since this is not a 1 versus 1, it's more of a PvP trick your opponent outside the ring game, and I'm sure that this was not the intention. But it is so effective that we make billions doing it. So even though it's good for me, I have to say no. And I will give netties tips on what to fix and how to fix it here. First off, the balance. Within the arena, it's far too easy to tank one battleship, and the PvP fights has to be exciting. So what we first need is penalties when entering. minus 30% resist to everyone, and half the armor and shield boosting for everyone, and get rid of the Rex. That's just dumb. And of course, don't use these numbers, but you get my point. Use the numbers you feel would work best to make this fight more fun. That is for netties, of course. The second thing is to remove the pay to win. I'm sure we all would be okay with longer queue time. So what if we met the same value ships, give or take 10%? This tips came actually from Babsy when we were talking, so check his channel out as well. But this would remove the pay to win feeling that some people have. Because even though expensive ships are more likely to win with the right tricks, they also bet a lot more ISK to participate. But any changes surrounding this would be a good thing. The last thing that I would change is the damage the danger zone makes. I would remove that damage. And instead you make it do random stuff. Nuke you, jam your weapons for a while, remove more resist, deactivate modules every 10 seconds or so. Don't make this be the sole thing that kills you. Now the danger zone, I think we should make it apply to bigger areas. Not only to someone at 6 kilometers when you're at 5. Give it a fall of like 10 kilometers. And all within will start feeling the effects randomly. This will make people want to kill the opponent before it arrives, because no one should want to be in that thing. And making the fight be that long will make it very hard to know who wins. And if it's not a reliable way to win, then it will not be utilized effectively. And it will be avoided. Also, the issue with the sleeper mode and some insane implants is actually making the game out of balance right now. And hopefully they see this issue and start coding. Besides that, if they make these changes, or some of it, we can have this as a permanent monthly thing with a more fair leaderboard. But of course, we need several leaderboards for different tonnage, maybe even price classes. But I can totally see this works for cruisers as well as frigates as well. But you know what? I've taken too much of your time already, and I'm pretty sure that cat is asleep by now. So I see you guys again.
Docking request accepted.